First off, our seniors, just grateful that I had the opportunity to be around them for a season. Learned a lot about myself through coaching them, learned a lot about them. And I appreciate their effort and their commitment to the beach this season, in home games and, road trips and, everything they brought to our program. And tonight I was glad we were able to honor them. Shame on us for not playing the way we could have played tonight and honored them with a W, which is, how I would have preferred them to finish their last home game here at the beach. But, again, it was an honor to just be able to coach those guys and be around them for an entire season and, looking forward to finishing our last game out in Hawaii.
Rob Greer had 33 points for you tonight. Just want to ask, what did you see that was working, and what's different in the mindset playing in these games down the stretch after you guys aren't in playoff contention anymore? Is there any sort of freedom to go out there and play feeling a little bit looser?
To be honest, tonight Gavin was out and somebody needed to step up. So I once I seen a couple go in, I just kept being aggressive and I kept getting downhill, and that was working. So I just stuck to it.
And then, Coach, for the final game on Saturday at Hawaii, where do you approach that as a coaching staff in terms of what you can bring for the team this year and maybe moving into next year? Where do you see that game as something? What positives do you see that you guys could take from that game?
Oh, every game's an opportunity, and that's why I was so disappointed that we didn't capitalize on the opportunity with them having three of their better players out. That's why I was so disappointed in the fact that we didn't find a way to fight and do the things we needed to do to win, starting with taking care of the basketball. So the Hawaii game for me and for our coaching staff is an opportunity for us to continue to build upon what we want this program to stand for. And the one thing I'm proud about this group, as upset as I am about tonight, I'm proud that they always show resiliency. And if there's an identity of this team is they never quit, they never fight, they keep going. I think, this group has struggled to figure out how to win, but they continue to fight and continue to, be in every single game. And I think, as an identity for your program, institution, that's what you want it to stand for. So we're going to go into Hawaii and fight like it's a championship game.
Coach, we kind of talked a lot about the group throughout the season, some of the same themes. You also talked about coming into the season, the reflections for yourself personally on last year. I know the season's not over yet, but what personal reflections can you take from the way this season has gone, and kind of where are you now?
Individually?
Yes.
I'm just in a space where we are building. And, if you've ever built anything, and started from zero, which is where we started from last year, in order to get to where you got to get to, you have to have delusion. And I'm delusional about, I think this program and this team can make a run in the NCAA tournament one day. And I want to be a part of that. And I think, every single day that I come out here and coach and practice and watch film, for me personally, that's my approach. Is there's an opportunity to play in March. There's so much on the line. And more importantly than myself, I think these guys, I would love for these guys that I'm coaching to experience what I've experienced having played in March and competing in the NCAA tournament and, all the fun and joy that comes from that. So I coach for these guys. I coach for this institution. But for myself personally, we're just in the building phase of construction of building a program.
Nice. And then for Rob, hearing that with the season you've had, tonight's performance, where are you right now?
Honestly, I'm bummed out about the loss, but like Coach said, every game I try to look at it as a new opportunity. So going into this last game, I'm gonna go like it's a championship, honestly.
Let me just say this about Rob too, just in real quick. I mean, Rob came from a Division II school to a Division I school, bumped up a lot of levels to play here, and I've challenged him a lot throughout the course of the season. His opportunity has always been there. He's trying to figure out his way and learn our coaching staff, but he's wired the right way. Because at the end of the day, I came in the gym late the other night. He was the one walking out of the gym. He's always in here. He's living in the gym. And so he's wired the right way. He's wired to be a guy that is a part of what we're building and establishing. And so I couldn't be more proud. And this is not something that he shouldn't be doing. I think he's just finding his rhythm in terms of what the expectation is for him and who he needs to be as a player. And if he stays aggressive, the sky's the limit for what he can become. He just can't lose his confidence along the way. And so I think he's found that, and I think he's going to stay right where he is, but I'm super proud of him.
All right.
Appreciate that.
All right.
Thank you.